By 400 BCE, Spartan women controlled 2/5 of all land in Greece's most feared military state. Aristotle blamed them for Sparta's collapse. The marriage customs forced husbands and wives apart for years, creating an economic revolution that would terrify the ancient world. Spartan marriage began with a ritual abduction. The bride's head was shaved and she was dressed in men's clothing before being left alone in a darkened room. The groom would visit secretly at night, maintaining his barracks residence for years afterward. This separation wasn't accidental. Spartan law mandated that men under 30 live in military barracks, even after marriage. Husbands could only visit their wives through clandestine nighttime encounters. Some couples had children before ever seeing each other in daylight. The system created a unique consequence. With husbands perpetually absent, Spartan women became sole administrators of family estates, accumulating unprecedented economic power that would reshape Greek society. Spartan military law enforced strict communal living for all male citizens. From age 7, boys entered the Agog training system, and this barracks existence continued well into adulthood. Even married men remained bound to their military mess halls until reaching 30 years of age. The law left no exceptions. A husband's primary loyalty belonged to his military unit, not his household. During these extended absences, estates required management, crops needed planting, slaves required supervision, and financial decisions demanded immediate attention. Spartan women assumed these responsibilities by necessity. They negotiated contracts, made investments, and controlled agricultural production. This wasn't a temporary arrangement, but a permanent feature of Spartan society. Over generations, women developed sophisticated economic expertise, transforming from mere caretakers into powerful landholders who commanded respect and wielded influence across the Greek world. Sparta's inheritance laws shattered Greek conventions. While Athenian women could never own property, Spartan law granted daughters full inheritance rights. When a father died without sons, his daughter became an epikleros, inheriting the entire estate outright. She controlled it completely, not as a temporary guardian but as absolute owner. Even daughters with brothers received dowries consisting of actual land, not mere portable wealth. These property rights compounded over generations. As Sparta's endless wars killed male heirs, more estates passed to female control. Widows retained their husbands' properties. Mothers inherited from fallen sons. Sisters claimed brothers' lands. By the 4th century BCE, this legal framework had concentrated enormous wealth in women's hands, fundamentally altering the economic landscape of Greece's most powerful military state. Aristotle observed Sparta's decline with scathing analysis. Writing in his Politics, he documented that women controlled 2/5 of all Spartan territory by 400 BCE. He considered this concentration of female wealth a fundamental flaw in Sparta's constitution. The philosopher argued that women's economic dominance had corrupted Spartan society, making it soft and vulnerable. He claimed their influence over property created a state ruled by women rather than by law. Aristotle connected this directly to Sparta's military defeats and declining population. With fewer male citizens to inherit and defend the state, Sparta's power crumbled. His critique reflected broader Greek anxieties about gender and power, yet his observations revealed an undeniable truth. Sparta's unique marriage customs and inheritance laws had produced an economic revolution that transformed women into the state's wealthiest class. Spartan girls received an education that would scandalize the rest of Greece. While Athenian women remained sequestered indoors, learning only domestic skills, Spartan girls trained in gymnastics, wrestling, and javelin throwing alongside boys. They studied reading, writing, and mathematics to manage complex estates. The state mandated physical education to produce healthy mothers for future warriors. Girls competed in athletic contests, often wearing short tunics that exposed their thighs, earning them the nickname thigh showers from scandalized foreign observers. This comprehensive education served a calculated purpose. Sparta needed women capable of running estates, making financial decisions, and maintaining property during their husbands' perpetual military service. The curriculum produced a generation of literate, physically powerful, economically savvy women who commanded authority unthinkable elsewhere in the ancient world. Sparta's military machine devoured its own population. Constant warfare against Messenia, Athens, and Thebes killed thousands of male citizens across generations. The Battle of Leuctra in 371 BCE alone claimed 400 Spartan warriors, devastating a citizen body already diminished to fewer than 1,000 fighting men. Each death transferred property to surviving female relatives. Mothers inherited from sons killed in battle. Wives claimed estates from fallen husbands. Sisters received lands from brothers who died without heirs. The demographic mathematics proved inexorable. As the male population contracted, wealth concentrated in fewer hands, and those hands belonged predominantly to women. By the mid-4th century BCE, Sparta faced a crisis of its own making, a warrior state where women controlled the majority of resources, while too few men remained to defend it. Spartan heiresses accumulated fortunes that dwarfed those of most male citizens. Women like Cynisca, sister of King Agesilaus, owned extensive estates and breeding farms that produced champion racehorses. These wealthy women didn't merely hold property passively. They leveraged their resources to influence political decisions, funding military campaigns and supporting favored candidates for public office. Their economic clout gave them voices in matters traditionally reserved for men. Some heiresses married multiple times, consolidating estates with each union and building vast agricultural empires. They employed hundreds of helot slaves, controlled grain production, and dominated trade networks. This concentration of wealth in female hands created a paradox. Sparta's military ideology demanded male supremacy, yet its economic reality placed power firmly in women's control. Spartan women possessed legal rights that would remain unthinkable in Western civilization until the modern era. Unlike Athenian wives who became legal property of their husbands, Spartan women could initiate divorce proceedings and walk away with their estates intact. Marriage dissolution required no male permission or elaborate justification. A woman simply reclaimed her property and departed. Remarriage presented no stigma or legal jang-ai. Widows and divorcees freely chose new husbands, bringing their accumulated wealth into subsequent unions. Most remarkably, a woman's property remained hers alone throughout marriage. Husbands could not sell, mortgage, or claim ownership of their wives' estates. This legal independence wouldn't appear in European law until the Married Women's Property Acts of the 19th century, over 2 millennia later. Queen Gorgo, wife of King Leonidas, embodied the political influence Spartan women wielded openly. Ancient sources record her engaging directly in diplomatic discussions, offering counsel on matters of war and state policy. When a Persian messenger arrived offering alliance, Gorgo reportedly advised her husband on the hidden message's meaning, demonstrating strategic acumen that shaped Sparta's foreign policy. Other elite women similarly participated in political discourse that would have been unthinkable in Athens or Corinth. They attended public gatherings, debated military strategy, and voiced opinions on constitutional matters. Greek writers from other city-states expressed shock at this female involvement in masculine domains. Yet Sparta's unique social structure made such participation logical. Women who controlled vast estates and managed complex economic affairs naturally possessed insights valuable to state governance. By 370 BCE, Sparta's contradictions had become fatal weaknesses. The concentration of land in female hands created a vicious cycle that destroyed the citizen body from within. Full Spartan citizenship required contributing to the communal mess halls, but this demanded income from productive land. As estates consolidated among wealthy women and their families, landless men lost citizenship status entirely. The citizen population collapsed from 8,000 in 480 BCE to fewer than 1,000 by 370 BCE. Meanwhile, women's wealth couldn't translate into military power. Sparta's ideology prevented women from fighting, yet they controlled the resources needed to support warriors. The state faced an impossible situation: vast wealth concentrated among those who couldn't defend it, and poverty among those obligated to fight. When Thebes invaded in 371 BCE, Sparta lacked sufficient citizens to mount an effective defense, and Greek history's greatest military power crumbled under the weight of its own social contradictions. Thanks for watching this exploration of Sparta's extraordinary women and their economic revolution. If this fascinated you, like this video, subscribe for more untold history and share it with fellow history enthusiasts.